Well, yeah. Let's see here. I think it's connected. It might be. Could be. Well, it's 5:57. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Sturgis, South Dakota. What's happening, boys?
We're here. We made it.
I mean, you can see out the window. There's
sure.
Sturgis proper right there.
It's green screen. Fake.
Green screen.
Yo.
So look, we've tried to do this a number of times when we've been out on the road,
Yes.
and we've had some failures.
Yes. Well, we've never stayed at a place that has a house with internet.
So we have this house right next to the thrashing house. We're staying here with Luke and the fueling crew as well. So we got a great bunch of guys. Everyone gets along. In fact, in about an hour, we're going to go over and barbecue with them.
Right.
Dom has some special chicken that he makes and some veggies. And look, we'll enjoy the night tonight.
And if you're following our Instagram at 2LaneLife or Big Lance C or Xerox 57 or 2LaneJ, you could be watching this entire trip unfold in front of your very eyes.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be probably 4 or 5 weeks out before this drops because we still have some Yellowstone footage.
Great Yellowstone footage. And by the way, that dropped yesterday?
Yeah, I was just going to say, what
phenomenal.
An incredible drop. And thank you for watching that.
So
views are up, watch time's up. I mean, it's really great to see that.
Great riding, great scenery. We have our wives with us. But isn't it cool? You look out the window here. Pine trees, green. It looks dark. I think a storm is actually coming in here. We didn't get one drop of rain, or maybe a drop, on the way here. And I said to everyone, bring your rain gear for sure, because we are going to get rained on hard, and we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you're just like the weatherman.
I'm like the weatherman.
You can be completely wrong and still keep your job.
I blew it.
You completely blew it.
But I'm glad I blew it. I didn't want to ride in the rain. We've ridden in the rain, but
I will tell you, we only had one day of, it was fairly hot through one section. We got up to like 104, 105.
Where?
Huh?
What?
Yes.
We had 115
no,
degrees in California.
115. That's crazy. But the rest of the ride was great. And today was probably the best day of weather. We started out at about 64 degrees. By the time we got here, it was about 89 degrees. So it's a little warm in Sturgis, a little muggy for us. But and by the way, this is not sweat. Cole Seeley just iced me. So I got iced.
It's all good. That's just the Sturgis vibe.
Right.
And I'm kind of digging it. Cole's picked up this thing where he does a play on it with a weird language about see you down the road.
See you down the road.
So he's our new
spokesperson.
Yes.
Yeah. So for some reason the chat on the computer is not working at all.
So you're going to use the phone?
I'm checking them out on here. We can see what's up. So we got Franklin Dominguez in the house saying hoo-yah.
Yo.
He and Tracy just sat down for dinner in Rawlins, Wyoming.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
We went through there last year. Yeah.
Went through there last year, and there were deer in the street.
Yes, yes.
We got Joe McCrory. Hey, boys. We got Jacob DePrima. Glad y'all made it.
Jacob.
We are very glad as well. We got Gino from Sydney.
All right. Good day.
Good day, Mike. And hope to see you in Sturgis. That's the beard.
You can see us in 2 different places.
Yeah, we'll be at Legend, what is that, Saturday from 1 to 3. We'll be at Harley Davidson in Black Hills at the Clockworks truck. They're going to put a fender on each of the bikes.
Yeah, I think we have some
and
presents.
We'll be there from like 10 to 12.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And then we got Jose Rodriguez. What's up, 2-laners? We got Jose.
Jose.
Glad y'all made it safe.
Jose.
We got Rex. Great to see y'all live.
Thanks, Rex.
Live.
Well, we're in a really cool house. The air conditioning's on. It's kind of fun. We will go next door and participate in the barbecue. But what time? We left at what time? 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning from LA?
Maybe 6:15.
I think we met up at 6. And then we were at 6:15 or something like that.
So then we headed across California, and that's the hardest part of the ride, because you got a lot of miles, you got at least 4 hours, and you go from a beautiful 80 degrees, it was 115, and we jumped in the river in Needles, California, or
115?
no,
we hit 115.
Yes.
I took it. I think
No.
my
Yeah. So we went to Topak, we had lunch, and we jumped in the Colorado River, and you'll see that in the Sturgis drop. Once we got out of there in Arizona, when we started making that climb up towards Williams, the weather cools down to a nice 82 degrees. But what happened on the way to Williams with you?
What?
Well,
Your
you're
phone.
the only one
Oh,
out
yes.
of all of us that has seen rain this trip.
And why did you see rain this trip?
And what happened when you saw us? Saturday?
Because we
When the rain
usually
was
ride
done?
in a pack,
Yes.
but there were some guys that decided to get racy, and I usually try to get with the racy guys.
Yes.
I got in between, and guess what?
They got off.
They got off, you guys got off, and I was still racing against some bikes that were up in front of me.
So Galen was all alone on the freeway for about an hour.
And I found the guys, but they were not my guys.
Some other dudes.
And I put on, the rain, started coming down pretty hard, so I jumped off the bike, put on a jacket, got back on the bike, and then about 2 minutes later it stopped. I started trying to take the jacket off while riding and hit the phone, and I did see it. I had to turn around and go.
I've
and
never seen a phone
It was,
So demolished.
as demolished as his phone.
yeah, it was pretty bad shape.
So needless
And it
to
was
say,
bent kind of like this, so a car tire just had a roach sitting on it.
so we can't find him. We can't get him on the phone. He's nowhere to be found. And while he lost his phone, he was on the phone with his wife. So she called me and say, I lost Galen, what's up? We pull up to the hotel, he's not there. And about an hour away from Williams is Flagstaff.
Which is the only place I could find a Verizon shop.
Right.
So don't do that. But I got the 12.
It's not even in the case all the way.
Yes,
Ah.
Jeez.
Wait,
So
you
I
didn't
don't-
tell me you got the 12?
Yeah,
The brand new
brand
one.
new one. But it really sucks because all your passwords, all your accounts, you got to go through and try to set all this crap up. I mean, there's got to be an easier way.
It's really cool motorcycles riding by.
Yo. We got some more comments real quick. AK Madman watching from Fairbanks, Alaska.
All right.
We got Frank from Montana. We got
Frank.
Frank 1.0, Franklin Dominguez. We ride into Sturgis tomorrow, but first we're going to enjoy the hot tub at the hotel. This hotel has it open 24 hours a day.
Ah, there you
Not a
go.
bad way to do it in the morning. How y'all dealing with that kind of heat? I melt at 100.
We did it.
We did it.
We
just,
jumped in the river.
We did, and they will see that.
I actually worry more about the bikes because they're the ones really
Yeah.
taking the pounding, you know.
And what was funny is when we were leaving that 110 and 113, and then getting back down into 100,
Oh,
500,
yeah.
it felt great. It
Yeah.
was like,
Felt cool.
but on a typical day, like even just now, we're ripping around. It's 90 something out here, but a little humid, and it's it's a little hot. you know?
Yeah, so to his point, it goes down to 100 degrees after it was 113, 114, and you're saying, wow, it feels like it's going to snow any minute.
You just said that.
Yes, I just wanted to
know,
repeat
why?
that with the snow.
Active listening.
Yeah, so anyway,
You know.
he got a new phone. He was back at the hotel. It was all good. We all went and had dinner, and it was great. So that was Williams, and we spent the night there.
Yeah.
And we left there in hopes of getting where?
The
we
goal
were
with
actu-
Lusk
No, we were actually, yes. No.
to rent.
Durant.
No.
Oh no, that was the next night. It was supposed to be the S
Hold on.
place that starts with the S.
The place that starts
2
with
hours
this.
past the radio. I don't remember.
Salida.
Salida. See,
No.
I told you it was an S. No.
Yes, Salida.
And then Lusk.
or
I get
Salida,
no
I think
credits.
it's called. Then Lusk.
Something like that.
But yeah, we had a few issues we had to deal with, and so we ended up in Durango at the historic hotel there.
Which was nice.
Louis L'Amour wrote many cowboy novels there, had
Right.
a room. We did a drop on that. If you go look at our Four Corners drop with the wives, you'll see kind of an interview where we drop into the room. Pretty darn cool, great little town.
Yeah.
What happened to your foot?
Fucking screws or.
So his screws are screwed.
Battle.
But yeah,
lines.
so then we were, going to push into Lusk, but we had to go to, well, there's a couple things that happened. We had a little breakdown as well on the side of the road just outside of Cortez.
Yes, yes.
And on the W3, the throttle cable broke. And so it's not electronic like some of the newer bikes because of the throttle modding and stuff he has to use. But we were lucky we had Dom's 05 Dyna because that's a push-pull on the throttle. So we were able to use one of the throttle cables and
Stretch
it's
it.
still running with it.
Yeah.
So I look over and they're like cutting cables and ripping shit out, whatever. They're just
Yeah.
there. And it just made it work. And we're
Yeah.
just kind of chilling out in the shade for 30 minutes,
It
45
worked.
minutes after kind of a long day. And it was Courtney's first time in Sturgis.
Yes.
And she had always wondered why it took Lance, if he's checking in while he's on a trip, X amount of time to get places, and now she understands.
Yes.
Things happen.
I mean, things happen. Every year we've had an issue of some sort, and it could be minor, it could be like a pipe breaking, or we got to find a welder, or it's just. But that's part of the journey.
But we've been traveling a lot, and we've gone to Sturgis several times. We've gone all through last year traveling. We've never had a problem getting a hotel, ever.
The last
On the
9
run.
months we've had problems. I mean,
Now,
it's crazy.
we go on and we book these hotels now, and then we don't make it to the spot we were going to. We would make something changes, and we're finding hotels. So it's kind of been like a scramble.
Well, look, I think what you're referring to is we were trying to get out of Durango somewhat early to get to Lusk.
Right.
And I think with all the screwing around or what have you, and then we have to get over to Durango Harley, see if they have cables. And we were there for over an hour. So by the time we were on the road, it was like 10 o'clock.
Right.
And, we were lagging a little bit. So we ended up in Cheyenne.
Right.
And every single hotel except for one, which Lance got a couple rooms at. Josh was the man. Luke is giving him credit on his fueling post, if you go look at that.
Really?
Yeah, on the story.
Shout it out, huh?
But Josh looked up an Airbnb, and we ended up in a house, and it probably
With
cost
a
us
garage,
less.
with-
Garage with,
I mean, compared to everyone in the group could have stayed there easily.
yeah.
Well, maybe 2 bathrooms could have been tight, but it was like a quarter of the price, probably.
Yeah.
Compared to
For
everyone
all the
getting their
rooms,
own
yeah,
room.
for sure.
And we had a garage, and it was close.
And it was last minute. We still got it.
Yes.
And the guy was really cool. He was
And they
about
gave
to
us
take it
snacks
off.
for Christ's
Yeah,
sake,
I mean,
and coffee.
it was great.
Never mind. Okay, but
And then we were up till about
Above and
1:30 for some reason. I don't know. And
after a long day of riding,
now I'm
it's just
tired.
a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let the Instagram people know.
So,
we went on some great roads this trip.
but then today, you get up and you're going through the plains of Wyoming and the rolling hills, and we did have to stop at the fireworks store, though.
Yeah, that was Lance. That was as we were going into Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
And that was a little last minute, would you say?
Yeah.
Well, I called
Did
it.
you
I
guys
said
make
he's
it?
going. Yeah, we made it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever was to the left of me, Lance just skirt.
It was
last
you,
second.
Dom, and Luke.
Yeah, we made it.
You made it work.
But,
Made it work.
the plains, the rolling hills, then we started getting into the Black Hill area. We went to the Boar's Nest, and it was like unbelievable pine trees and just rocks and canyons. We've been there before, but when you see things over again, it's just like seeing a movie. You see things you didn't see.
Well, I'm going to roll the tape back just a little bit
All right.
because, we're ripping today. It was great. We had canyons. We did see antelope and deer and all the different things on the side of the road. They were alive. They weren't carcasses. But when we get into Lusk, what happens? Garrett walks over from Arkansas and said, "I saw your bike," and introduces
In the
himself
morning, right?
at Lusk.
Yeah.
In Lusk at the gas station.
Yeah, not in the morning.
Oh, I
yeah,
was thinking,
our gas stop.
I was thinking about the dude in Durango. Never mind.
No, well, that happened too.
Oh, today in Lusk.
Today in Lusk.
Like we said, not much sleep. Yeah.
And then
That was hilarious.
another dad, son, and father rolled up, retired military, special agent, so I think he was in some deep cover. Josh and Terry, and it was cool. They were able to meet you and Lance as well,
Yes.
as Josh and I. But it was you love that father-son
Right,
kind of bond, right? So do I.
Yes.
And this is their first trip to Sturgis, so it was great meeting them. And then we were sitting in the Harley Davidson store here a few minutes ago, and we had another guy come up and say
From Georgia.
Yeah, from Georgia.
Yeah.
And when we were ripping across, I couldn't tell you because we
Yeah.
had our helmets on, but when we were coming right back to come kind of into this neighborhood, one of the tattoo stands, some guy was trying to wave us down, but he couldn't hear me.
Oh, really?
But maybe we'll swing by and see what he says,
And
He
then,
might.
It's been interesting, though.
and then we're walking across the intersection we're coming up from
Yeah.
Moselle up by the Harley store, and some guy yells 2LaneLife. Lance spins around, gives him a sticker and what did you give him?
Poker
One of
chip.
our chips, 2 Lane Life.
Yes, sir.
Glad to meet you, Chip. See you on down the road, and a QR code in the back. You can scan the website.
Well, it's
Got
funny,
some cool
'cause
stickers.
We're at the crosswalk, and right now all these intersections are kind of Wild West.
It's just stop. Everyone
there's this guy coming across who eventually said what's up to us. We're walking this way.
Right.
And then this guy coming across, here's the guy yelling.
All right.
Come on.
What's up,
Yeah.
boys?
We got our boys. You're going to have to get in behind us.
Come
Yes,
on
sir.
in.
Yeah, baby. I brought you guys some beers.
We
You
are
can get there in my
live.
back pocket.
We got Cole Seeley, we got Dom Scamaldo.
Yeah,
buddy.
I brought you a beer.
Yeah,
I got ice live.
I didn't get iced. He got iced.
Now you gotta drink it. That's the rule.
All right,
You
well,
got
wait, Cole, you
Wait,
got to do
Cole,
your.
come here.
Come on, right here.
Wait,
You
we're
got-
live right now.
We are live. So we got Lance and Dom and Cole, and Cole's
Get-
gonna
get
say
back
what he's
in
been
there.
saying all trip.
Can you
What
see
do you
them?
say? Here's the mic. Now it's loud and
I
clear.
cannot see
See
it,
you later
but
on
Hold on,
down
hold
the road.
Let's get a, let's get a
Dom,
take two.
oh, he's gonna widen it.
What do you guys got? Popcorn, beer.
Yep, and we have
Whoa.
the cracked Doritos.
We got chicken
Cracked
marinating,
Doritos.
corn already wrapped up.
Okay.
Just wait for the grill to warm
Wow.
up and we're
So you
Game
two
on.
need to like all in one.
We were just talking about what a great trip we've been having
we
with
did
these
it
dudes.
already.
on. Yeah, Josh already did his.
All right, Josh.
No.
No.
You're not getting out of this one. You gotta pound that.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh man.
You got iced fucking hard. You were like, I'll take it.
I didn't know what that meant, but you know.
We'll be easy. Drink half and then you can have the other half. You're supposed to pound the whole thing at once.
Let's see what's up with the comments.
There you go.
All right, people are stoked. We got Illinois
Bernie.
in the house. We got
This is
Jacksonville
great.
in the house. Boom, Mike. Thanks for all the destination tips.
Atta boy.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little bit more.
One
Oh.
more.
Yeah.
You gotta finish. It's bad luck.
Oh Jesus.
Jeez. Pounding the ice.
Yes.
So the three of you have all been iced. But realistically, you and you got iced.
I didn't
good.
really get ice. in the
No,
challenge.
you were
Well,
just like, I'll take a drink.
Realistically,
I won't trust Cole anymore.
We got Galen good.
realistically,
Right out of the truck.
I had no idea what iced meant, so I was a complete rookie newbie.
Well, you've been iced.
Yes. Interesting.
Some amateur college shit.
So,
So what's up? What
you
does
like the
everybody
ride?
want- what
You
does
like the
everyone
ride
wanna
here
know?
so far?
Right here
Are
so
they in?
far was you know
Is he in? Yeah.
the thing about the ride here. No, I'm in. I can see. The thing about the ride here that was tough was that we had a plan to go up the 15 to the 70 for weeks,
Yes.
Yeah.
and 2 days or 24 hours before we were going, we found out that a section of the 70 was closed.
Didn't we get
Did
burned
you-
on the 70 last year too?
Yeah, we had to go up to
Fires?
Steamboat
Yeah.
Springs.
Did you explain that to them?
Not yet, but go ahead.
So we basically we had this route plan, and that's the fun about Sturgis is we had this route plan. We wanted to take the 15 to the 70, kind of get here as quick as we could, so we can enjoy Sturgis a little longer this year. And the day before we leave, there's a rainstorm in Colorado. The 70 is closed for a section, and we call, and they're saying it's gonna be closed all week. Boom, we reroute. We're going Arizona. We're going lower, and then kind of coming up. And it was a crazy ride. I'm not sure how much
I mean,
you
I
guys
think the
divulged.
first section, right, is hot,
Nothing.
and we jumped in the river and did some fun things.
Yeah.
But we had to take highways, for
We had-
part of it. But
Yeah.
then Luke wanted to do the 2 lanes, and I think we did most of it on 2
Right.
lanes, except for Colorado and
And then the only burn that was not planned out, I was just gonna say, we didn't plan out or even think, oh, we're gonna go through Denver right at rush hour.
yeah, right.
And they actually it's illegal 2-lane split, and so they hate it,
Yes.
and we are addicted to it. And
It's
so
not even, it's just
It
like
was
it
so
feels
hot.
normal. You just
Yeah.
go.
Right. Right.
Not gonna
Uh,
sit there and let our bikes roast.
yeah,
Right.
that was
Well, that's part of the problem people don't realize. I mean, these are not, cooled bikes. They're air cooled, so you got to get the wind on those fins.
Well, and we were wrapped up because it was cold where
Yeah.
we just dropped in from.
Right.
So
Oh,
I was
yeah.
in like a hoodie and a vest.
And you were rocking the
It's like
down,
100.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was burning up. I was not happy.
That's funny. I mean,
My
20%
bike
of
was
people would kind of get out of the way, and then the
Yeah.
rest would be honking or trying to run you off. and
Right.
then-
If you want to.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say, I think the crazy part, and it happens every year, we didn't hit any rain this year.
Right. I
We did go from 115 degrees to high 50s, 60s. We felt.
In the
Yeah,
morning,
yeah,
probably.
this morning.
So that's pretty wild temperature range. We gotta have all the gear on the bikes and be ready to hit it.
I was telling Cole like on the way in here, I said I couldn't believe it hit anything wet.
Yeah, and it's supposed to
no
be
water, no
dry all
rain,
week,
no nothing.
too.
So I was pretty shocked by that one.
Yeah.
Every
for
year
sure.
we've at least got a little bit of something.
I know. I went out and bought all new rain gear, like my boots and stuff like that. Had to get Courtney boots and pants. Obviously, we're using the trash and mission jackets, but I had to buy all that right before, thinking we needed it, and we haven't needed it yet. Looking at the weather, it doesn't look like we're going to need it in Sturgis at all.
We didn't think so. Every
Couple
year
miles
we've
home.
never thought that, and then all of a sudden we keep it in the saddlebag just in case.
Like last year,
Like last year.
we were
Rain,
like,
some hail.
we're like, oh, we're gonna ride today with no helmets. Like today we'll be
Right.
wearing helmets. And we're wearing helmets for 8 days.
I think
We
you and
like
I
to wear
just took
helmets. We're
off,
from
right?
California. That's just kind of what we're used to. And honestly, at the speeds we ride and how we ride, kind of need to wear them.
Yeah.
But we're like, we'll just cruise today, wear no helmets last year, and it's just fucking an hour into the ride, hailing on us, where it's hurting, it's hitting your forehead and shit. And we've all ridden in hail, but it's a little different when you weren't thinking it was going to happen
Right.
and you weren't prepared.
With a full face, it's one thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but some of us just kept going.
Yeah. So
Others really
Yeah,
geared up.
I never pulled over, just fucking went through it. I wasn't too soaked when I got back, but
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was. Well, we dried off pretty quick because it got warm.
yeah.
what are we gonna do tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow's Courtney's only full day in Sturgis. That's my wife. And I've been to Sturgis, I think, 8 or 9 times. She's always been, home. So I want to show her basically the ropes. And that means, obviously, Mount Rushmore. And
We got to do spearfish.
Spearfish.
The single track.
Yep, 100% got to do the single track where you're weaving in through.
So awesome.
I'd like to have a drink in Deadwood, hang out in Deadwood
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit. Maybe even gamble a little bit just for the fun of it.
We got to go up to maybe Custer
Custer
if
State
we
Parks,
can get
yeah,
some of that.
100%.
Did you say Rushmore?
Yep,
Well,
you
yeah.
just say
Yeah.
Rushmore.
I mean, I'm hoping, depending on how many of these we all drink, that we can wake up at a fair time and hit. I'm hoping we can hit like Rushmore before lunch.
That would be good before the crowds get there.
Yeah, like a 10, 11.
So you've been to Sturgis 8 times.
I think 8.
Dom, myself, and
6.
Galen were on 6. Have you
2
gone
and
twice
2.
now?
This is second, yeah.
So you and Josh are number 2. So always
Pretty
a good
cool.
team. Yeah.
I mean, the cool part, the first time I stayed a lot closer to Rapid City, that was always a mission.
Oh yeah.
Like an hour to come into town and enjoy
Right.
it, and even an hour to 2 hours to get to Deadwood. That was a
Right.
great opportunity. That was actually that year I went with Jesse Rooks, and that house was paid for by Dunlop. Obviously, rest in peace, Jesse, and that was a great opportunity to hang out with him for that trip.
Yeah.
And then the second year, it was the second year. I think the 75th anniversary, maybe. I think so, because I feel like
that would make
this.
sense because that's 8. So
Yeah.
I've done 6. Yeah.
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 I think that math's about right.
And that year I went with Kerry Hart, and he was the Grand Marshal. Is that
Yeah.
what they call it?
Yep.
And we, because he was the Grand Marshal, the city of Sturgis rented him a house like right in Sturgis. So that was pretty cool. We got to just like be right in town. And then from there on out, like I had so much fun, and you guys obviously wanted to start to ride. I was like, let's do our own trip.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And here we are, 6 trips later. Dom's been to all of them. You guys have been, obviously.
Lots of miles
I think
and lots of
the
good times.
trip I didn't enjoy the most was when we actually stayed in a hotel.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't do this.
Yeah.
Is easy.
That
Or
was, just
barbecue.
that was
or,
just the 4 of us, though.
But I was saying to Courtney on the ride, and I don't normally like to talk about this, but when we stayed in the hotel, for me it was a lower financial time in my life
Yeah.
where we couldn't afford to like get a house as much, like
Right.
we had to get the cheapest room.
right.
And I was saying to Courtney, I was like, it was me, Dom, my dad. There might have even been more
All
people
in one
the
room. Right.
In one room.
Yeah.
Like I remember my dad went to bed at like 1 in the morning, and me and Dom stayed out till 4, and we like, I'm late 20s, he's in his 30s. We're tippy toeing into the room to not wake my dad up. So obviously, you make do, and there's been trips that we've been more fortunate, and less fortunate financially, and we've gotten here.
Yep.
We've had it where we've all bundled in one room every stop, and then we've had it where we can afford 2 rooms here and have more comfortable beds. We've slept on floors. We've had our own beds. We've shared beds. It's been a wild
Well,
ride.
what's really interesting is we're going to have the same chicken for the last 4 years that Dom will
That's
make.
tradition.
Dom's our
That's
chicken
our
man.
tradition.
This year we
right?
got a trigger to cook on.
Right, last year-
was that little
That 10
piece of shit
inch
barbecue
If
that
you
we
go to
got
the drop
in the middle of the driveway.
yeah, if you go to the drop at Sturgis last year, you'll see Dom sitting on these little teeny. It's funny as
But it makes
heck.
for a good
Episode
story.
3, episode
That's why we're
4.
here.
Yeah, I think
Something
it's
like
one of
that.
those.
But it's like
That's why
we
we're
all
here.
love riding. We all ride a lot. But that one trip a year everyone always looks forward to is Sturgis. Even though we love riding all the other ones. For
I
some
waited for
reason.
you guys to get all the kinks worked out before.
But the reason why we love it is exactly like I started the conversation, right? Like, we say we are leaving for Sturgis whatever day, August 2nd. That never changes. Whatever date we pick we're leaving,
Luke.
we're leaving. And then we just deal with the weather.
Right.
And we may adjust direction a little bit if there's something catastrophic, road closure.
Right.
Or we've had fires before on the
Right.
side of roads that you can't go around, or we've had mudslides, or whatever it is. So it's like, other than that though, the enjoyment is almost the suffering. It's
Yeah.
like
Right.
the 116 degrees I saw on my temperature, and your nails feel like they're melting, and you're just powering through. And then the buddy that has a broken pipe that you have to wait on the side of the road and find a way to weld it together. And
Euro 5 Dyna helping the Baggart at
We already
a couple
talked
days
about
ago
that,
with the throttle cables.
yeah.
And you couldn't really go, more than 2 years ago.
No.
You were doing some other stuff with your life, and you weren't supposed to be on a Harley.
I had priorities.
Yeah.
That's what we call
Now
it.
he has no priority, so he can hang out with us.
Yeah.
But we're glad you're with us because it's fun to have the group. And this group gets along so well.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I look forward to it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, now every year. But like, I can't believe it's already been a year.
I know.
Like when we were at Boar's Nest, I was like, I feel like I was here like 2 months ago.
Right.
What was wild is how many people watch your guys' show. I mean, every gas stop as we got closer to town. Hey, I seen you in the Harley store. Hey, can I say? I mean, you guys are definitely getting noticed, and
You're onto something.
It's
Something good. People
interesting.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, it's that riding community, It's
Yeah.
out there.
Yep.
You got any comments or
Everyone likes
anything?
to have fun.
We get all
Yeah.
kinds of comments. Big Mike, Australia.
Yeah.
Big Mike Striegel, he called.
He
He
called.
called.
But I told him to call back in a few minutes. We got Joe Stuper. Glad everyone made it safe.
Joe.
Here, Galen. Heard Galen talk about spearfish. Yes, Highway 14A. Scenic route is definitely a must. We get Michael Schindel saying Wind Cave National Park has the wild buffalo herd. So if you're trying to catch your glimpse. Someone saying bust out the funnel. Maybe for the ice side.
straight vodka over here with a little
Straight
lemon.
vodka, baby.
Come on.
That guy's road.
I can hear it.
All right, I'm fucking out of here.
Hey, get
Hey,
online.
thanks for icing us.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll see you
Hey.
guys on
Yeah,
down
hey.
the road.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go put the chicken on. So
All right, we'll be
You guys
over
are
in a
done,
few
man.
minutes. Help you out.
Thank you guys.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys.
All right, I just told Big Mike to go for it. Feel free to call back. We'll put him up next to the mic. Let me just reframe this.
Oh, well, that was a fun surprise.
I love those guys. I mean, we're the old dudes.
Right.
And we've had so many great discussions with them as young men.
Right.
Just fatherly advice and talk, and then we go out and ride with them when we're in vans.
But we're cool. We're not old dudes.
We're
We're old
cool.
dudes that are cool.
He ended it. Let's see. There we go.
Wow.
We have got Big Mike Street Glide from Australia in the house. What's up, Big Mike?
How are we?
Hey, Big Mike,
Galen, how are we doing, mate?
how are you?
Is your volume up?
I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a delay, mate.
That's
A
better.
little bit of a delay.
Well, good. How's the journey been so far, boys?
Awesome. Always awesome. We love riding so much that it doesn't matter what's happening on the road. We're digging it.
Yeah, awesome. It's been good to keep up with you guys. Obviously, we're still in the middle of winter here. Not so much opportunity to get out and ride at the moment, but it's been good to watch you guys make your way down to Sturgis.
But we love that you watch it, man.
Yeah, we love the support, and you're watching the lives, and you're doing the stories and all that good stuff. You're a big supporter of ours, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Look, I mean, it's just good to see the community coming together. I think we've spoken about that before, so it's just nice to be a part of it. it's also good to see the boys over here jumping on board with it as well.
You know, it's
Yeah,
really
buddy.
great, and what's really great is we travel all over the country, and we have friends worldwide now, and it's like there's great people all over this globe, and we find them on motorcycles, and I dig that.
Well, and even not on motorcycles, some people are following just the travel.
Right,
They love
right.
it, and it's funny because last year we had Allison and Pat,
Yep.
and they saw us at the Boar's Nest,
Right.
and we saw a couple people. But this year, it's already we're getting a lot of people coming up to us, and we just, you know, the inspiration continues for us to continue to do more because it, you know, we're excited by the stories that we hear from people. It's a father-son story we heard this morning. I mean,
Right.
it's a guy from Arkansas that his buddy dropped out and he had to ride solo. I mean, there's just so many cool stories out there.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. And you know, the friendship as well. It's bringing people together from all different, you know, walks of life. We've got a couple of guys that we ride together. One's military, one's works in hospitality. The other one's a pilot. The other one's corporate. You know, there's this draw.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Well, it's a community that comes together
Sure.
in the time of need as well.
Right.
I was just gonna say, like for us too, like at the shop, all the different people that come in, and we have one group. It's kind of just like he's saying. We got Josh the pilot.
Yeah.
We have
Right.
the EMT, the firefighter, this and that, and they all come in.
They all come.
And everyone else, you know, it's
But it's also exciting for us when Josh, we don't see it as much anymore. When Lance and I were doing it, we had the phone in front of us a little bit. But it's fun to see that the community, you guys are talking to each other in the chats.
Right. Right.
Answering each other's questions. And we love to see that we're creating a group of people that can actually just share advice and talk together. It's wonderful.
And have fun doing it.
Have a ton of fun.
Absolutely. And I think the one thing, I'm sure you guys are aware of it as well, it self-police itself. There's no animosity, there's no ill will. It's all very inclusive, which is quite nice.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, well, we again appreciate all the things that you're doing to help us in terms of talking us up, and then, you know, just replying and being on the stories. It gives us some strength, Mike. Thank you.
No dramas, boys. Listen, enjoy the rest of the trip. Hey, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Thank you very much,
Sounds
Mike.
good.
Dig
Thanks,
it.
Mike.
And not like that, boys. Not like that.
All good.
Take care, Mike.
All right, later, brother.
Go well, boys.
All right.
Later.
Later.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's what I forgot that one. I live with an Australian.
So it's not the chat's not working for you on this, huh?
Well, it's not working on the computer. I have no idea why, but people are chatting it up on the phone here.
Well, I think it's great that we've got a live going and we're not having any problems with it.
Right.
Right? Which, for a trip, is like pretty rare because we've had some not so fun experiences trying to just work this out. But at a house, you know,
We're sitting at a dining room table in a nice house. We got a washer and dryer,
Yeah.
shower, the backyard. It's a little breezy out there now. It doesn't look as stormy as I thought it would be, but I know it's probably still about 90 degrees out there. Motorcycle just went
You
by.
can't do that.
let's see. I can't do that. I got 2 hours of sleep. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
No, you can't.
we
You're
got-
going to get called out again.
We got Sean. Oh, you're right. I got to get off camera.
Yeah.
We got Sean McCarrick. Hey, a trailer Jeep just passed by the window.
I saw
Would've
it.
been great if it was being towed by a Harley.
Oh,
Was it? What do you mean a trailer?
I thought he was going to say he just drove by.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how.
Well, we
you
did
wouldn't
see
know
the-
where
Well-
we're at.
One.
You know,
Yeah, all right. One, we did see a whole line of V8 trikes with turbos.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
And they were driven by sage riders, if you will.
Yes.
And then after that, we saw a Road King with 2 front wheels.
Yes.
It's kind of like a Riker
Yeah.
type deal.
Right.
Harley. And then we saw, I don't know if it was a Harley or a Goldwing, towing the trailer that looked like
A
a
little 54.
like a 54 Chevy
Yeah,
or something.
Chevy.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah,
was pretty
I mean, I
cool.
don't know what it can fit in there, but it was rad.
Well, what did we see today on the road? And then in Lusk at the gas station, that guy had an aquarium painted on his.
Yeah.
That was turbo too.
Yeah.
When he pulled in with his buddy, I heard him.
I don't think he needed the turbo.
So we're cruising
Yeah,
through
we passed
Deadwood
it.
today on the way back from our Boar's Nest lunch, and we were coming back to the house here. And there was 2 trikes and about 5 other bikes. And this is it was like a 2-lane that went down to a 1-lane. But everyone's it's like all over the road. It's not like let's get in a line, let some people cruise by. And this lady was on her trike, and we were going very slow, but I pulled up next to her. And I was actually going to say, hey, what's up? And she kind of yelled at me and was shaking her head.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting behind, and Lance is just like, hi. And
Yeah,
she's
but-
just,
Hold on. Let's tell the
Yeah.
truth.
There's no truth there. I
You
just
were
told the
up on
truth.
her tail. You were like this close.
So I was riding like you.
No,
We
you
thought
were
it was a
right.
dude.
No, don't blame it on me. You got your Lance mojo going, and you were right up next to her, and then you go here.
Well, I
And
ride.
you look at her, and then it's like you're gonna go by, and then you decide, well, I better not.
I started ride. I didn't ride motorcycles when I was a young guy. I raced whitewater kayaks. I was a river guide. I was a guy in the mountains hanging out. So I get a Harley and I ride with my son, who is a motocross guy, Cole Seeley. He rode motorcycles. So everyone I ride with and rode with were like these racer dudes. So we race dudes all over the road, and I've learned to be aggressive.
But you want to be aggressive on a lady on a trike?
I was going to take her out, man.
Oh, by the way, sorry, that was probably too loud. I don't know if you guys can see this, but our camera guy and our video guy and our audio guy, I mean, what ingenuity. When you said, can I get the road out, we should probably put that, I thought you were going to put it on the camera.
Yeah. Well, on the
I'll put
road,
a lamp instead.
Yeah.
Let's see if, is that still in frame? Yeah, you can get a little angle going.
we've learned to improvise in whether it's putting
awesome.
baling wire on a throttle cable
How's
or
it sound?
hanging a mic.
How's it sound?
How does it sound?
Sounds great. I mean, there's a little gain going on, but this
But
is
all
catching
in all, not
kinda
too
you
bad,
guys.
right?
You got this little.
It must have been kind of weird with all the guys in here.
I was good. I mean, this was catching.
Dom a little bit?
Dom's reserved anyway, so it's not like he's screaming.
Yeah.
Right.
But that caught him, and then
Okay.
kind of moved this around. But compared to where was that? We were coming through Zion. I was staying in Springdale.
If we're going through Zion, it was Springville.
Springville. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Springville, and we brought the whole podcast set up with all the mics and the audio.
Oh,
and
that
stuff. And it didn't work, so we brought all that. But like this stuff, I bring for just filming anyway. And
But-
you can improvise, make it work.
The big difference is we're connected to Ethernet.
Yes.
You can't do it on Wi-Fi unless it's an iPhone.
Yeah, we have, for those that don't know, a lot of intricacies here. This laptop came with me on a very nice crash, going about 80 miles an hour.
Yes.
And it flew across the desert. So some of these inputs don't work, so I got to put like the Ethernet on a specific side, charger in a specific place. We have the capture card, which converts the video from the camera into the stream. All this good
All the
stuff.
stuff.
We make it work.
But
Yeah,
we've
we-
had to learn this over the last 15
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, so you've heard so far our journey to Sturgis. We got a great day tomorrow. We're going to go to Rushmore and do a few great things there. We got a few more days of fun.
Yeah, we're going to be,
And
like
ki-
we said, we're going to be at Legend from 1 to 3, so we got to find some things to do in the morning on Saturday.
Right.
I know Courtney's flying out, so I don't know, maybe we run over, I don't know, we'll figure that out. But then Sunday we've got, 10 to 12, and we've got an afternoon free. Maybe we go to the Bell Brawl at Chip or something.
We'll see what all the
Who
boys
knows?
want to do, what we want to do. We kind of collectively as a group, we figure it all out. But there's, 9 of us now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 9 of us on this trip. And like
Well,
you said
there's
earlier,
8 of us now.
8
No,
of
there's
us.
nine. There was
There's
10,
9
there's
now.
9. Me, Junior, you,
We have a
Courtney,
great time.
Dom, Cole, Luke, Juan. That's 9. Yeah.
So, and none of the
Great
guys
family.
that are in our riding group complain about anything. It's just like, let's go, we're all here for fun. We all love riding. We all have the same energy, so it's
Whoa.
good times.
Dom just sent that. They're using the Traeger to
They're
smoke his
using the
world
smoker.
famous.
Yeah.
Chicken.
So and when we're done here, we're gonna go right next door and we're gonna get involved in that party.
Yeah,
So you know
for
what's
sure.
funny is we're so used to being in the studio and doing it. It's like a routine, and all of a sudden you look up and it's been an hour.
Right.
It's only been 39 minutes.
Right.
I could use another drink, I'm not going to lie. But it's a good time. It's cool being able to do this on the road and
Right.
share stories kind of as they come. People can get excited for the content to
I mean,
come.
you can text them and say, can you bring 3 more beers over?
I'll do that.
There you go.
Just 2 more. I have plenty here. And with my ice, this new
I
ice
am
game
so proud. Alyssa is going to laugh.
that I fell for it. I didn't know what it was.
No, it's not that you fell for it, that you got iced. Because
Now I know what that
I said to
means.
Cole, they had me on the live over there. On Thrashing Live.
Oh, did they?
I think. And I said to Cole, it's, this is a college girl sorority kind of trick where they ice you. That's where it started, as I understand it. I could
Well, why
be
didn't
completely
they?
wrong.
Why didn't they gin me?
It's not the deal. This is a whole
It's a
deal.
college trick. No one wants to pour you a glass of Hendrix. But what did Alyssa also bust your balls for? Drinking what?
White Claws.
White Claws. What's funny is you said she mentioned that like 2 years before.
Yeah.
I didn't find out about it.
So that's the
until
thing.
You did.
Gas station stops or hanging out certain times, the White Claws come out.
No, they don't. We don't do that drive.
Of course. Couple hours, we wait.
Yes,
So
because it's usually an hour a
I
stop.
got to tell you, this is one of the greenest times we've come through. With all the rain that fell in Colorado and Arizona, even
Yeah.
the desert was green.
Yeah.
It's been very spectacular,
Yeah.
And the 2-lane roads that we've been down, there's some that we have not taken before.
Right.
And I got to tell you, I mean,
Are we going to come again next
I
year?
love to ride. Depends.
I mean,
Taking a gold winner
we got trips,
with a trailer.
still trips planned. Oh, hey, there's a beer right there. Is that a full beer right there?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Ooh, look at. Whoa.
You're in good shape.
Are these twists?
Yeah.
Sure are. Coors Light, baby.
Wait,
Yeah.
did you ask if a Coors Light was a twist?
I usually
Yes.
drink the cans and trash it in the nice glass bottle.
Hey, so a couple things we still need to talk about, like the featured bike Fridays. We got to get, we need people to continue to send us videos and clips, and there's some detailed instructions in there. We're getting some of the pictures sent to us, and maybe not a video, and so we really need to make sure that the goal here is to really feature your bike.
I'll make sure that you stay a good guy.
What?
I'll be the bad guy. We have instructions, just read them.
I think I just said
video, you talking with your bike. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Tell us the name,
That's all it is,
tell us a story.
if you got a phone with a front camera, a little selfie video, name, story, miles.
But I also think we said we were going to give away a Cobra rack for that.
We will.
So we've got to get that figured out, and by the time we get back from Sturgis, we'll figure that out.
For sure.
Right?
We're going to come home from Sturgis?
No.
I don't really plan
But
on leaving.
we also have, so we got a story yesterday in our email with mileage chips. We haven't put those out yet, but we'll hang on to that story
Yep.
because we are working on the mileage chip.
Yes.
Um, Yeah, some people are asking, do I really need to take a picture of my receipt and the mileage? Can I use my app we'll take the app we need, but we really want to make sure.
Standardized and
Yeah.
fair for everyone. And if, you press the print button, once again, I'll make him the good guy. Press the print button on the receipt, hold it next to your dollar, snap a picture.
Then what, do they keep it or they throw it away?
Where do they
You can
send
throw the
it?
receipt away, just
Yeah,
keep the picture.
why, it's on your
you know?
picture.
Where do they send it?
Well, we'll have to probably make a new email for that.
Yeah,
A new email.
yeah.
Just
Why,
like
it's
a
gone?
Gmail or something. Well, because we have the Feature Bike Friday, we have the
We haven't
Oh,
built the
right,
chip
for the-
yet.
yeah.
just like a G, just so we can track it and have it all in the same place.
What about the worldwide toast that we did? We still need you to send in your pictures. At
I
2-lane
think I
toast.
checked that
And
yesterday.
we
too.
got some, again, through our emails. So
2-lane
it's-
worldwide at gmail.com
Yes.
is send us your toast picture so we can do a collage.
Or pictures.
Yes.
Have you got this written down?
I've got this written down. Wow.
Well, it's just
I mean, it's cool being able to try all these different things.
Right.
Lives were kind of an experiment to begin with, and now it's like we've got all these people interacting. Which
do we have
sorry
any
guys if you're
interaction?
commenting. I'm so used to seeing it on the computer.
It's
not
probably easier to do on the computer too.
No, he's answering his own Instagram
personal.
post.
Let's see. There's needles on the. It just says needles on the agenda for you.
We had to
He's
go
talking
through
about the
needles.
location.
We had to
Yeah.
go through needles
Yeah.
to get to the. Well, we were on the I-40 to get
Well,
to
again,
Arizona.
yeah, we we had to come up a little different way. So our first night was Williams, and we have to go down the 40.
And it was 115. But I'll tell you, it's desert and it's hot.
Wasn't that?
But if you go through Needles in the winter time, and we had a good rain season, or we're having a good rain season, it's amazing. It's green, and if you go there early morning or later in the afternoon, the shadows and the clouds, wintertime in the desert's amazing.
Then we got Tango. He said, "Old guys rules," and yes, I'm old. It
Yes.
sounds like he's going to be coming here soon.
Yeah.
I think he said something about someone in his group not being able to make it, so he's ripping it solo.
Oh,
And I think
solo.
he just got that brand new gold one.
You got the
that red one or something.
Aha.
And then we got Mike Fields. You're only as old as you let yourself be.
We're not old.
Yeah.
We're not on.
There, we still wear Vans and funky socks.
Big Johnson. I heard it was a hot day in Sturgis today. It's
It was
warm.
About
warm.
90.
Yeah, I think 90,
91.
maybe 92
Little
was the
humidity,
high.
25%.
Yeah.
We rolled in around 11 noon. Was it one?
To
Probably around
Boar's
noon.
Nest,
Horse Nest, yeah.
but we got here probably around 1:32.
We got Robert Ingerson from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Franklin telling everyone, 130 plus viewers, smash that thumbs up button. People
Yeah,
are saying
thank
the
you.
audio sounds great, so that's
Oh,
good.
good.
That's
We
good.
should
Cool.
just dish the nice premium mic setup.
We
at the
should just
studio
hang
and
this
start
from the
hanging
ceiling.
This
from
is
the ceiling.
this is our new studio.
You know?
Studio from Sturgis proper, South Dakota.
Vocal is clear. Sounds like it's picking up a fan. That, I think, is just the game.
That's the computer.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
computer.
it is. Wow. Yep, that's a computer.
Yeah.
I will hold that then. We rode to Springville yesterday to check out Legend Motorcycle Museum. But it was
Nice.
closed due to COVID. Still on my bucket list.
What?
What?
What day is it? Yesterday was Wednesday.
Today's Thursday.
Yesterday was
Live
Wednesday.
Thursdays.
Interesting. Yeah, I forget.
So
Anyway.
really, Legends is closed because of the issues?
Maybe. Oh well. At the same time, maybe they know a lot of people come to Sturgis, and
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
That's really bizarre.
Huh.
Man, you guys inspired me to get a road glide and ride long distance riding. Keep the rubber side down, brothers. That is
Who's
Jesus
that?
Betancourt.
Thank you,
Nice,
thank
thank
you. And
you.
that inspires us to do more, man.
Inspires me to get a bagger too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm working on it.
When
But
we
think
get
of it
that.
this way. That guy recognized us today at the Harley store in Sturgis because of your bike.
This is true. So I'll keep my bike, put the fairing on it, boom. Anyway, we got the human being. The only time I've ever been to Sturgis, we camped out and there was a meteor shower.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah,
That would
that'd
be cool.
Great.
When we pulled in last year off LaSalle at that house,
Oh, the
15
thunderstorms.
minutes after pulling in,
Ooh.
thunder and lightning. It was just, that being my first time too, that was gnarly.
Yeah.
Then we got Dallas phase. What are these? I'll read in a sec. He said Needles
I mean,
Highway
you're both
in
doing your
Sturgis.
personal, like,
You're in the
this
group
is,
chat, dude.
aren't
You're in the
you-
group chat. It's just
Yeah, but I
funny.
don't need to be in the
Luke
group
wanted to know if he could grab anything and bring it here.
I
And
told
Nicole's response, I cannot say.
Or Lance's response.
Yeah, so this is the shenanigans with this fun
chat. All
group.
right,
So
well, I guess I have to go look.
check
now.
it out.
All right.
What you guys
Let's
are up
see.
to today.
Brent Warfield, I just tuned in. Could you repeat the part y'all said about the photos or videos? So if you're talking about Featured Bike Friday, every Friday on Instagram, we aim to feature one of you guys in your story, in your bike story. So if you go to the story highlights in the
That's right.
2LaneLife Instagram, you can actually see the instructions posted on there. But if you send a 30-second or less video, preferably portrait mode like this instead of sideways, it can be a selfie of you and your bike or you walking around your bike, facing at the bike, whatever. Talk about the bike, the miles, the year, the make, your favorite ride, anything along those lines, and send it to featuredbikefriday@gmail.com. And then where did
Yeah.
The shot, the toast.
We did that, but
I
if
did that.
But if they have their
So,
pictures,
Yeah,
Yeah.
send the pictures.
There
So
we go,
that's
that's Frank.
and
Yeah.
he's at dinner. I guess that's in Rollins, right?
Legend.
And he's got us live on his phone.
So he's got the video playing.
Favorite
in the background.
fan.
The other video, if you missed that part too,
yo,
was
Frank.
we hosted a worldwide shot just to kind of bring people together. Yeah, whiskey, milk, apple juice, vodka, grain alcohol, whatever you're feeling. And we
Or-
had everyone take a shot or cheers at the same
should
time.
ice.
If you made it, if you're watching it after the fact, send a selfie of you taking the shot, maybe with some 2Lane something in the background, and send that to the number 2LaneWorldwide@gmail.com. So 2LaneWorldwide@gmail.com.
We're now going to do a worldwide icing.
Whoa.
So everyone go out and get your ice from Smirnoff.
Yes.
We're not sponsored by them, but I'm telling you what it is. And we'll figure out a worldwide icing.
Cool.
So just, sitting here and seeing those guys come in and thinking about our journey here to Sturgis and how much more we have left, plus the ride home and going the rest of the country. And I've got so many more ideas I know he has of what we're going to do. It's just like, what a great time. What a hell of a ride, man.
So the thought criminal, is a Honda Civic SI with headers allowed at Sturgis? Asking for a friend.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure, man.
Anything's allowed. Anything
Yeah.
goes.
If you've not been here, you will see every different kind of machine in the world. It's great.
Human being, North Arkansas has some beautiful rides.
I bet.
Bike-friendly state, too.
Awesome.
What's funny is we've seen a couple billboards today saying, like, watch out for bikes.
Right.
Which in California, you never see that.
Right.
And speaking of that, we could split lanes in California, and we do that kind of stuff. And the people that are driving there, they know it, and they're very accommodating to that in California more than any other state I've been in. You pass people in other states,
Well,
they
they are and
pissed.
they aren't. People just don't understand, I don't think. And I think in driver's ed training or your training for getting your license or something for a car,
Right.
I think they should talk about the reasons why we kind of go up the lane, even at a stoplight, to get to the front of the light.
Right.
It's for safety.
Right.
We don't want to get plowed in the back by
Right.
some guy that's looking down at his phone.
Right.
And we have no metal around us.
Because
We're
all those
exposed.
cars are on their phones.
Right.
Yep.
And I could not believe we didn't have. It wasn't. I don't think it was that bad yesterday, but I do think we created some animosity with quite a few people. But the majority, I don't think people were okay.
There was people moving over.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say, maybe mostly on the 2 lanes, and like specifically I noticed it on a Route 66 ride, was like, not just Missouri, but in a lot of other states, cars will get out of the way
Right.
when you're in the fast lane you're coming up on them versus
Yeah, they'll
California.
move.
If you're ripping 80, 85 or like a regular California cruising speed and they're doing slow-mo jomo, they'll just stay there.
Yeah.
But these guys will see you. They're always checking the
Sometimes.
mirrors.
But I also think we're not
The
doing
dog.
like the crotch rocket or the bikes that go that fast. We're trying to keep it maintain the speed. So we're not. If you're looking down, it's going to scare you.
Yeah.
But if you're paying attention, it's not going to. You're going to see a light.
You're not flying by.
You're not flying by them.
I've always said if I go by somebody or do some maneuver to get around or whatever I do, if I'm not impeding them, bothering them, making something happen to them, they shouldn't care.
Well, but I have to tell you, there are a lot of nervous drivers out there, and something that close to them, and now you're in between two cars, and it's like, But we're trying to do it as safely as possible.
Yes.
And it was hot in Denver yesterday, and traffic was backed up in 2 different sections for probably 15 miles each.
Right.
10 miles each.
If we were sitting there, it would have been a couple hours.
Yeah.
for
Big traffic.
And that's really detrimental to the bike.
Yeah. So, hey, this has been great. I mean, this has been a great thing. I think we can wrap it up now.
For sure.
Oh,
let's
you
get-
want to go eat?
Yeah,
I wanna
let's
go
get
eat.
hungry.
Let's go check it
couple
out.
comments. We got 7 minutes to make it an hour. So
Okay.
we'll give it 2 minutes,
Yeah.
Patrick Reed, what's up, guys? Great job with all you do.
Thank
Come
you.
ride the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yes.
God, I gotta brush up on my states. North Carolina.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. Robert Dalen, enjoy your time in Sturgis. I'll watch for the videos.
Thank
Great,
you. Thank you.
And Dallas, and I actually have the same scorched orange road glide as one of you gentlemen have. I love everything about the bike. If he loses his fob tonight and the bike is gone, I'm that guy.
And I'll just interject that we have a 2020 and a 2021, and our bikes really run great, and they're doing the job.
And
Yeah,
a
they're
19.
ripping.
And a 19.
Yeah,
19,
and
20,
yes,
20,
yes.
Yeah.
We didn't acknowledge that. So we're in trouble now with the guy. He'll
Jeez.
dismiss this whole video on
I will
us.
actually steal your bike tonight. Damn, it's on the internet. Yes, then we got J-90. New rider here in my early 30s. Always wanted to go to Sturgis, but damn, all my friends are married with kids and nobody ever sticks to making plans to go. Guess it's time to find some new peeps or go solo. Both good options.
Yeah, both good options. But just so you know, half the people in our group are married with kids.
Right. But we didn't go to Sturgis until we were...
But we weren't into it at that point.
No.
If we were into it, we would have gone.
Probably, yeah. And if you go solo, just mentally prepare.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Maybe a little, depends on what kind of person you are, maybe a little planning.
Yeah, a little planning,
You
a little
know,
packing.
Where am I going to stay? Or if you're someone like probably if one of us went solo, screw it, ride till you're tired.
just gonna ride.
You know, just enjoy the
Right.
getting out there. There's
The
really something
experience of it,
special about traveling solo. And then Ken is saying the state of Iowa has a share the road program, so that's probably something to do
Nice,
with that.
nice.
That
So that was funny because someone said California was the only place, and I knew I think there's 2 or 3 places. And if you ride like Reckless, or if you ride like what's Gabe's handle?
Reckless.
Is that Gabe? Yeah. He's lane splitting, and he's also spinning the wheel. I mean, it's pretty crazy, and he's in Connecticut.
Yes.
Then Frank just saying, did you guys see or hear about the kids selling free lemonade between Rapid City and Sturgis? 3/4 mile down the road from Tilford, exit 190 is raising money for St. Jude via donation. So if we see it,
We
if
will
anyone else
stop.
out here
Yeah,
sees
we'll
it,
stop.
you'll get yourself some
That's
lemonade.
awesome.
Thank you for sharing that.
Missouri Ozarks, great ride. ICLC likes his white shirts. I like mine too. Thanks for making them, guys.
Yes.
And we got 2 more comments. J-90, thanks for the feedback. I'm more used to solo travel anyways. Not sure how it goes with rallies. I mean, hey.
It's probably a hard thing to find friends or a group of friends that are into riding. We're lucky enough we have like people around us that all like the same thing. Maybe that's how we kind of came together. But yeah, if you didn't have any, it'd be hard to find unless you got into some groups somehow.
Yeah, but we're not also big rally kind of
Right.
bikers, but this is one that's historic.
Right.
And I guarantee if you came, you would have a great time. I mean, there's stuff to do all over town. There's the Buffalo. I mean, there's stuff going on
Buffalo
all
Chip,
2.5
For
weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
You know.
I mean,
all kinds of restaurants, all kinds of
Oh.
booths and stands
Yeah.
and shows. And
This is big for Sturgis.
bring your wallet because you're going to
Yes.
eat a lot.
I bought a couple shirts today at the store.
Oh, so did I.
We all did.
And,
Yeah.
you know, and it's, anyway, Whiskey University. How many beers do you guys think you're going to clear during Sturgis? Just throw a number out there. Well, I've been
100.
here for
It's 100.
been here for a few hours, and this is like, I don't know, 6, 7. It's full
Yeah.
too.
Is he talking about the whole week?
Yeah, he said it during Sturgis.
A
so
lot.
I would, yeah, a
Well,
lot.
between
Not
the
just
9 of us,
between
there's
there's
no way of knowing.
yeah.
A lot.
There's a refrigerator full next door.
And Brian, cheers from Milwaukee. Love all you guys, or all your videos, especially when you guys came here to see the HD Museum.
Cheers,
Awesome,
Brian.
thank you.
Thought criminal. I stopped drinking for good. Now I drink for evil. That's like, I ain't smoking anymore, but I ain't smoking any less.
One thing also, don't forget, if you are in Sturgis by chance, go to the Harley Davidson booth or the booth, like it's called booth. Go to their corner over there and check out the Enthusiast magazine. There's a print
Dinner's
mag,
ready.
and we're in it. Is it?
Yeah. They probably ate. All right. Well, let's.
Yeah.
So yeah,
let's-
we're in the Enthusiast magazine.
Oh, yeah, you were
this month,
talking about that.
and it's print. It's usually a
digital.
digital, and they made a print issue for Sturgis, and 2LaneLife's in it.
2LaneLife sent you. Anyway, what
So what do
do
they need to?
Why?
What do they need to do?
Deadwood Green.
Subscribe to our website so you can get our newsletter and all that good stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Tell your friends. Tell your family.
Yes.
Tell people you don't know.
Ring the bell.
Are you ringing the bell?
No, you are.
Oh, you are. Give us a thumbs up and make a comment,
Yes.
and we will see you down the road.
On the road. Thanks for joining us. Whoa.
Come on.
Thanks for joining us.
Well.